made you go for collective philanthropy as the model for fundraising for Ashoka University?
So we've been very inspired by some of the top US private universities as we started to build Ashoka. And if you look at universities like Harvard, Stanford, Chicago, they're all sort of built on a collective model of fundraising, lots of people coming together and donating to the university. We felt that it helps in three ways. One, it helps a university to raise lots of resources. Eventually one family or one individual will have a certain limitation to what she can contribute. Whereas if the effort is collective, then you can have more and more people joining the effort at all points, which happens in all of these universities that I named. And building top quality institutions requires lots of resources. So this collective model in that sense makes it possible. I think the second is when you have a bunch of people who've been successful in their careers who are sitting around the table and building an institution, then you also put a lot of checks and balances on each other. Then corporate governance, the motivation for excellence, that is far stronger. In all of our own enterprises, we pretty much do what we feel like. But here it's a collective check, so the pressure on performance excellence is far higher. And then everybody is able to sort of leverage their networks and bring something to the table, right? It's a little bit more difficult to manage, but if you get it right, then you leverage the power of the network, the collective power of governance, the collective power of excellence. So the collective, in some sense, has an exponential impact in institution building. And lastly, your ability to attract people, especially faculty, increases manifold. Faculty also come in thinking they are building the institution, right? Founders think they are building the institution because in some sense the institution belongs to everyone and it doesn't belong to anyone. So everybody feels it belongs to them. The students also feel that. So your ability to build an outstanding and excellent institution increases manifold. And when we were building Ashoka, our aspiration was to build a top university for India, for the world. This was a tried and tested model. I'm not sure if there's another model, but probably there will be. So we went with this model, little bit more difficult to implement, but I think a model that gets you excellence, a model that gives us a chance to build Ashoka as a premier university.